After my father passed away, I was cleaning his old room. Inside the drawer of his desk, I found an envelope. On it, there was only one short line. My name. Inside was a letter my father had written, but never sent. My father was not the kind of man who wrote letters. He was the kind of person who preferred to speak directly. But there were also things he had never said out loud. When I held the letter in my hands, I recognized my father's familiar handwriting, the slightly slanted lines. Not perfectly straight, but very careful. I took a deep breath and began to read. My son, by the time you read these words, perhaps I will be much older. Or maybe I will no longer be by your side. I am writing this letter not because of anything grand. It is only because there are things I want to say.
You're close,
but I do not know where to begin.
Pay attention to the variables.
Those first lines made me
exactly
stop.
Like that.
Because it was the first time
How many times do we have to
I
go
had
through
ever
this?
heard my father
You
speak
show
like that.
absolutely no respect
I
for
still
anyone in
remember
this
the
house.
day you were born. That day, it rained heavily. The hospital was small and crowded. But when the doctor placed you in my arms, I felt as if I had just received the most precious thing in the world. I was very afraid. Afraid that I would not become a good enough father.
You helped me a lot today.
As I read that part, memories of my childhood suddenly came back. Memories I had never really thought about before. I know that sometimes I was too strict. I scolded you. I pushed you to study hard. I did not let you do many of the things you wanted. Maybe at that time, you thought I did not understand you.
Much better.
But the truth
now,
is,
let's look at the next one.
I was only afraid that you would have to go through the same hardships I did.
Always been proud
My son,
of you.
I was never a perfect man. I made many mistakes too. There were days when I was exhausted. There were moments when I did not know what to do. But every time I looked at you, I found the strength to keep going. There were many nights when I could not sleep, not because of work, but because I was thinking about your future. I kept asking myself, would you be happy? Would you find your own path? Remember that failure is not the end. Everyone falls at times. What matters is whether you stand up again. I am not good at saying affectionate things, but I want you to know one thing. I have always been proud of you, even when you had not succeeded yet, even when you made mistakes. To me, you have always been the most wonderful thing in my life.
Fresh and crispy.
By the time I reached those lines, my eyes had already begun to blur. I remembered the times my father stood at the gate waiting for me to come home. The times he quietly fixed my bicycle.
The mangoes are very
the
sweet
times
today.
he stayed
Fresh
up
this
late
morning.
helping me study.
Yes, it is hot.
All the little things
But the fruit makes it worth it.
I once thought were ordinary. The letter continued. Maybe I will not live forever, but I hope you will remember the things I tried to teach you. Live kindly, work hard, and always love your family. The final lines were very short. I do not know if I will ever have the chance to say this to you, but I want you to know. I love you.
Here you go, extra sauce
very
just for you.
much. I
Enjoy the
folded
food.
the letter shut. The room became completely quiet. My father's chair was still there. His desk looked just the same as it did when he was alive. But he was gone. And in that moment, I finally understood something. Parents do not always say everything in their hearts.
Serious?
Sometimes
I
they
can't
keep
believe it.
those feelings
That is
hidden.
wonderful news.
Not because they do not want to say them, but because they do not know how to. So if your parents are still with you, talk to them more. Listen to their stories.
You earned this.
And tell them that you love
I know,
them.
Dad. It's
Do
amazing.
not let the
I'm gonna do
most
great.
important words exist only inside a letter that was never sent. That day, I placed my father's letter back into the drawer, not to forget it, but to remember, because sometimes the simplest words of love become the most precious legacy our parents leave